Hi there, and welcome back to LeanReads, the channel where we share powerful insights and personal growth lessons through great books. Did you know that the food you eat could be the key to better mental health? In today's video, we'll explore depression and anxiety, a book that combines cutting-edge science with practical nutrition tips to help you feel happier and more resilient. If you enjoy what you hear and want to dive deeper, we've included a link to the book in the description below. Now, let's get started. Eat to Beat Depression and Anxiety 2021 is a groundbreaking work that explores how nutrition directly impacts mental health, drawing on cutting-edge scientific research. It explains the intricate connections between the brain and the gut, the role of inflammation, and the importance of maintaining a healthy gut microbiome at a time when rates of depression, anxiety, substance abuse, and even suicide are on the rise, exacerbated by modern stressors and global crises. This book highlights a powerful yet often overlooked why in the fight for mental wellness, the food on our plates, just as physical health depends on proper nutrition, so too does mental health. By making thoughtful changes to diet, we can strengthen resilience, lift mood, and protect long-term brain health. Ramsey, MD, is a renowned psychiatrist, professor at Columbia University, and also a practicing farmer. He specializes in treating depression and anxiety by blending talk, therapy, medication, and nutrition-based approaches. Dr. Ramsey is also the author of The Happiness Diet, and his work has been featured in major publications including the New York Times, The Atlantic, and Men's Journal. Food can help you manage depression and anxiety. Not long ago, scientists believed the brain stopped developing once we reached adulthood. Today, research shows the opposite. Our brains retain the ability to grow and form new connections throughout life, a property known as neuroplasticity, and one of the most powerful ways to support neuroplasticity is through diet. This is the foundation of nutritional psychiatry, a growing field that demonstrates how healthy eating can reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety. Since the brain consumes about 20% of your daily calories, the source of your nutrients, minerals, vitamins, fats, and proteins directly impacts how well it functions. In other words, food is daily medicine not only for the body, but also for the mind. Depression is commonly characterized by low energy, lack of focus, and persistent sadness. Anxiety often shows up as excessive worry, irritability, and sleep disruption. While medications can help, research from the U.S. National Institute of Mental Health reveals that up to 2/3 of patients don't experience significant relief from antidepressants or anti-anxiety drugs alone. Clearly, we need more holistic solutions, approaches that combine therapy, lifestyle change, and nutrition. One proven example is a Mediterranean diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, fish, whole grains, and healthy fats. This eating style not only lowers cholesterol and strengthens the heart, but also enhances neuroplasticity, reduces inflammation, and nourishes a thriving gut microbiome. Small shifts like choosing salmon over processed meats or olive oil instead of margarine can set the stage for profound changes in mental well-being. A healthier lifestyle helps the brain grow. Making lifestyle changes may seem daunting, especially when you're already struggling with depression or anxiety. Pete, one of Dr. Ramsey's patients, felt trapped in despair. He had battled drug addiction since his teens and came from a family with a history of depression. Genetics, it seemed, had stacked the odds against him. But modern science shows that genes are not destiny. Through the field of epigenetics, we now know that lifestyle choices, diet, exercise, and environment can turn genes on or off, reshaping brain health over time. Depression often shrinks the hippocampus, the brain's memory center and an emotional regulator, by as much as 20%. But studies at UCLA have shown that hippocampal growth can be stimulated by brain-derived neurotrophic factor BDNF, a protein that promotes neuron development. BDNF is abundant in foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, such as salmon, sardines, and walnuts. Supporting this evidence, Australian researcher Felice Jacka found that people who followed a healthier diet had significantly larger hippocampal volume compared to those with poor eating habits. Inflammation is another key factor. While acute inflammation is a natural immune response, chronic low-grade inflammation disrupts brain signaling and contributes to mood disorders. Unfortunately, the typical Western diet laden with refined carbs, processed meats, and trans fats feeds this problem. On the other hand, colorful fruits and vegetables, seafood, magnesium-rich foods like avocados, and dark chocolate can all help lower inflammation and restore balance. Pete's story is there. Testament to this science, when he swapped processed junk food for fresh fish and leafy greens, his mood improved within months, and his need for medication diminished. His recovery shows that depression and anxiety are not permanent life sentences. With the right nourishment, the brain has a remarkable capacity to heal and thrive. A healthy gut supports a healthy mind. Have you ever felt stuck in a long spell of frustration or low mood? Surprisingly, the source might lie in your digestive system. Science now shows that the gut plays a crucial role in regulating mood and behavior. This happens because the gut contains a vast network of neurons that continuously communicate with the brain. They send important signals such as when you're full, but when digestion is disrupted, this communication falters. Research links poor gut health to symptoms like stress, anxiety, and difficulty concentrating, all of which are common in people with depression or anxiety disorders. The key to gut health lies in the trillions of microorganisms that make up your microbiome. These microbes aid digestion, support nutrient absorption, and influence how your brain functions. As far back as the 1960s, experiments on germ-free mice revealed that animals without gut bacteria struggled to adapt to stress or changes in their environment. Human studies echo these findings. For instance, researchers at Houston Methodist Hospital found that people with severe depression and anxiety had less diverse gut microbiomes, and their symptoms tended to be more intense. How can we boost gut diversity? Probiotics can help. A study at University College Cork showed that people who took probiotics for 1 month experienced reduced stress and anxiety. Still, probiotics don't work for everyone, especially if the rest of the diet is filled with processed foods. The most effective way to nurture your gut is through diet. Aim for plenty of fiber-rich foods and add fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, or sauerkraut. By feeding your microbiome well, you're also feeding your brain the stability it needs to thrive. For better health, choose foods you truly enjoy to beat depression with food. We don't need miracle superfoods or strict fad diets. Instead, the goal is to enjoy a variety of nutrient-rich foods that support the brain. The beauty of this approach is flexibility. Whether you're vegetarian, keto, or simply picky about what you eat, you can still build a brain-healthy diet around your preferences. Start with leafy greens, kale, spinach, arugula, collards, and beet greens. They are rich in vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients, and can easily be used in salads, sauces, pestos, or smoothies. Next, thinking colors, a rainbow of fruits and vegetables: tomatoes, bell peppers, broccoli, cauliflower, eggplant, red cabbage, and berries provides a wide spectrum of antioxidants and nutrients. Don't forget avocados, which deliver healthy fats, fiber, and potassium. Seafood is another powerhouse, offering omega-3 fatty acids that support brain function. From salmon and sardines to oysters and whitefish, the options are diverse and delicious. Nuts make for a perfect snack or salad topper. They're portable, satisfying, and packed with healthy fats and protein. When it comes to meat, look for grass-fed options. These are leaner, more nutrient-dense, and better for the environment. Eggs remain one of the most affordable, versatile sources of high-quality protein. Fermented dairy products like yogurt and kefir bring the added benefit of probiotics alongside calcium and protein. And yes, dark chocolate deserves a spot on your plate. A U.S. National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey (HNES) found that people who ate more dark chocolate reported significantly fewer symptoms of depression. The lesson here is simple: healing foods don't need to feel restrictive. By choosing foods you genuinely enjoy, you nourish both your body and your mind. The only right way is the way that works for you. Let's be honest, changing your diet is challenging. The internet is filled with conflicting advice, and sorting through it all can feel overwhelming. Worse, many diet messages come across as judgmental, leaving you discouraged, especially if you're already struggling with depression or anxiety. Some of these ideas are outdated. Take the case of a patient who lived on iceberg lettuce because she thought a thin waistline equaled health. She had inherited this belief from her mother, but it clearly no longer served her. Before diving into new habits, pause and remind yourself why you're on this journey. Ask, why am I here? What motivated me to care about this? Write down your biggest mental health concerns and reflect on whether you're ready to make changes. Next, explore your relationship with food. Did you grow up being told to clean your plate? Did eating ever make you feel ashamed? Keep a food journal that includes questions like, did my family eat together? What foods did I love as a child? Do I prefer dining out over cooking at home? Understanding your food history helps reveal both your challenges and your opportunities for growth. Once you've clarified your motivations, start with small steps. Setting and achieving micro goals creates momentum. Celebrate yourself each time you add a new food to your diet or learn a simple recipe. These small wins matter, especially during low energy or anxious moments. Remember, this isn't a grim diet plan built on spinach and sacrifice. It's about finding foods you enjoy and discovering new strength within yourself. You may surprise yourself by actually liking spinach or discovering something else you love. By focusing on achievable goals, you'll gradually build lasting change, along with improved mood and resilience. Set yourself up for success by organizing your kitchen. You remain motivated to eat for better mental health, and now it's time to make your kitchen a place that supports that vision. But wait, do you actually have what you need? Is your kitchen functional, or is it just home to a microwave? And perhaps most importantly, do you feel confident cooking? If your answer is not really, don't worry. This is a gentle journey, and you're not alone. You've already done the hard work of committing to a new lifestyle. Compared to that, setting up your kitchen is easy. Start by assessing your current setup. What tools do you own? What foods are always in your pantry? Do you have a spice rack? Decluttering and removing unnecessary items is the first step toward creating a space where you actually want to cook. The good news is you don't need fancy gadgets. A sharp knife, a cutting board, a metal strainer perfect for rinsing vegetables or draining pasta, a sturdy pot, and a versatile pan are more than enough. As your confidence grows, you can add to your toolkit. Next, refresh your pantry. Swap processed foods for whole grains, fresh produce, and quality spices. Stock up on healthy oils like olive and coconut oil, and remember to cook on lower heat to preserve nutrients. Finally, plan your meals. For someone living with depression, deciding what's for dinner can feel daunting. Cooking a large batch of something you love can carry you through several days, and there's no shame in eating out occasionally. Just choose healthier options. When you do, the process is gradual, step by step. You'll create an environment that makes nourishing choices easier. All you really need is commitment, and your kitchen will become an ally on your path to mental wellness. Whether you are struggling with mental health challenges or simply looking for ways to sharpen your brain, getting started doesn't have to take much time. And like fad diets that demand extreme restrictions, eating to beat depression and anxiety is not about deprivation or hardship. Instead, it's about making informed, science-based choices that support both your body and your mind. Remember, lasting transformation begins with small, steady steps. A practical tip: incorporate more nuts into your Mediterranean-style diet. Nuts have been shown to increase levels of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, one of the body's most powerful proteins. BDNF helps your brain grow new cells, remain adaptable throughout adulthood, and fight back against the toxic effects of chronic stress. Reading Eat to Beat Depression and Anxiety was both eye-opening and empowering for me. What struck me most is how deeply our diet is connected to our mental well-being, a truth that we often overlook. We tend to think of food only in terms of physical health, but Dr. Drew Ramsey shows us that every bite we take can also influence our mood, focus, and resilience. I was especially inspired by the message that change doesn't have to be drastic or overwhelming. Instead, it's about making small, mindful adjustments like adding more leafy greens, colorful vegetables, or nuts into daily meals that gradually strengthen both the body and the mind. This felt practical, realistic, and encouraging. Another powerful takeaway for me is the idea that we are never stuck. Even if someone is struggling with depression, anxiety, or years of unhealthy eating, it's still possible to reshape the brain and improve mental health through better nutrition. That message alone carries so much hope. Ultimately, this book reminded me that food is not just fuel, it's medicine, connection, and even joy. By choosing wisely, we are not only nourishing our bodies, but also giving our minds the foundation they need to thrive. Thanks for watching. I hope this summary gave you a new perspective on how powerful nutrition can be for your mental well-being. If you'd like to explore more, the book link is in the description. Don't forget to leave a comment with your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one.